everyone, welcome back to my channel that is Trainer Pro. If you have been following this series, you know we have covered what holistic progress cards are and how to create them. Developed by CBSE Center of Excellence in Assessment, and this card replaces traditional report cards with a 360-degree view of a child's development. And it is based on the National Curriculum Framework 2022, focusing on habits, health, creativity, and curiosity, not just academics. No scores, no stress, just holistic growth tracking. So, in part three, we are going to get hands on. Today, I'll walk you through the holistic progress card of pre primary and share how to fill them to transform students' evaluation. I hope you're all ready. Let's get started. Let's start with the format of pre primary and look at this progress card. It's bright, engaging, and easy for young learners and their parents to understand what it includes. So it includes academic milestones represented with simple graphs or smiley faces. It has social development like how well the child collaborates with peers, and it has extracurricular participation like sports or activities. We are going to explore how this holistic progress card is celebrating the growth of children beyond grades. It also includes a section for teacher and parent feedback, self assessment, peer assessment. So, everyone is working together to support the child. So, we need to understand that every child is unique and their learning journey should reflect that. So, come on, let's break it down what pre primary holistic progress card includes. So, we can see here the colorful holistic progress card, and the first section is all about me. It's a fun section where kids share their favorite food, games, and even measuring of their heights and weights. All those things are added on. So, this all about me section has the name of the child and the things I like, I live in, where do I live, and my birthday. And then also includes my friends, my favorite colors, food, games, and animals too. And it also has a section for term 1 and 2, the height and weight of the child. So the teachers actually can help the students to fill up these details, like wherein they need support to write the name of the friends and food and games and etc. So this is all about the section 1, and let us move on to the section 2. Here it is a glimpse of myself. The child is going to paste a picture of himself or herself, or also the child can draw. So that is also allowed. Again, the next part of section 2 is a glimpse of my family, wherein the child can paste a picture of his or her family, or else the child can draw the family also. Now, let us move on to the third part where the competencies come into. Now, the competencies are divided into six domains. The first one is physical development, second is socio emotional and ethical development, and the third one is cognitive development, and the fourth one is language and literacy development, and the fifth one is aesthetic and cultural development, and the final sixth one is positive learning habits. And throughout the six domains, the competencies are divided, and there are 13 curriculum goals are being assessed. And here the teachers have to actually understand how to observe a child and what to actually write here. The teachers can actually, based on the level and the interpretation, like whether the child is a beginner or a progressive child or a proficient child, The interpretations can be done accordingly. If the child tries to achieve the competency and associated learning outcome with a lot of support from teacher, then the child is a beginner child. And if the child actually achieves the competency and associated learning outcome with occasional and some support from teachers, then the child is a progressing child. And if the child achieves the competency and associated learning outcomes on his or her own, then the child is a proficient child. The teacher can actually use the emojis or a varied, like a small bird and a bigger bird and the flower, or else, a sapling, a plant, and a tree. You can actually give icons also, and otherwise, you can just write beginner B, progressive PR, and proficient PRO. So this is also like one of the ideas how you can interpret with the help of the parents can interpret with the help of the emojis or the icons. So this is all about the competencies. 13 curriculum goals are being assessed through this six domains. Now, the next session is the learner's profile by the teacher. The teacher must actually present a narrative summary of the child, highlighting the strengths, challenges, and suggestions for improvement. This is the teacher's observation. Now, the teacher can write about the attributes of the child, the performance of the child, like actually mentioning the strength of the child, challenges of the child, and also the teacher can, in case if a handwriting is poor, the teacher can give a suggestion that the child needs to practice more to get the improvement in the handwriting. So this is the learner's profile by the teacher. Now comes a place where the parents' feedback is taken. Now you can see here like the aspect, term 1 and 2. The aspects are my child enjoys participating in which activity, where, what. The parent needs to write. My child can be supported for. Like in case if the child, the in case if the parent feels the child is not able to do a particular task, the parent can write the child needs support here. Then the parent, I would also like to share, if the parent has something else to share about the child, the parent can write it here. Have I completed age appropriate vaccination schedule for my child? This is a direct question for the parent. The parent needs to write here yes or no as per the vaccinations completed. Now, the next comes the self assessment. Now, this is nothing but self reflection on the disciplinary activities done by the child. Example, if the child has done clay work, drawing, or playing a game, or coloring, painting, puppet making, model making, etc., the child can self assess himself on these aspects. The first one is activities that I enjoy the most. The child, which activity the child enjoys the most, that can be written here. Next is activities that I find difficult to do. Many times, some of the activity the child enjoys, some the child may find it difficult to do it. That the child can mention with the help of the teacher. Activity that I enjoy doing with my friends, where like sharing, caring, pairing work are promoted. So even sometime, children, some activity they want to do it alone, and some activity they want to do with the friends, that can be mentioned here. Now comes the next assessment, that is the peer assessment. For peer assessment, it is made simple. The emojis are given because the peer is also at the same age group of the child, so might not be able to give a proper, like written comments over there. So this actually a collaborative game or activity, coloring together, playing together, these kind of things are done together. So on the basis of that, the peer can put the tick mark in the emojis. Helps in completing the task. The first one is not able to help, some help, and more help. So likes to play with others. Now next aspect is Shares stationery, crayons, glue, chalk piece, colors with classmates. All these things the peer group will be able to do it very nicely because they are with the children, with the kid. So they can do it very nicely. Now the learner's portfolio. So in learner's portfolio, the teacher should actually choose the best work done by the student in various experiential learning and interdisciplinary tasks done in the class, and should paste it here, the best work done by the student. That is actually the learner's portfolio. Now finally, parent signature column is there for term 1 and term 2. Class teacher's signature column is there, principal signature column is there. Then there are some notes for the teachers also in the holistic progress card, which states the curriculum goals are to be observed based on the activities and also experiential learning pedagogy by the teacher, and should help the child to develop competencies. Slight guidelines are given over there, and it states this card is an individualized and a holistic representation of a student's progress. And like the schools can adapt this cards as per their own context. It is also given that freedom that we can modify a little bit according to the context of the school also. So what is told for the teachers? It is told the teachers actually should observe the activity based and experiential based learning done inside the classroom to be observed and evaluated. Now, it is also saying that the card is actually not a simple expression of a teacher, but the child's own expression, and also teacher's assessment, peer assessment, and also parent assessment. It also states that it is not like a single score in numbers or letters, grades. It is actually like based on how the child is progressing towards the holistic development. Okay, so after hearing this, I think you are all ready to embrace holistic learning and holistic progress card report to be filled. Also, you are thorough with it. So, the CBSE holistic progress card ensures every child's uniqueness shines. Let's build a future where education is joyful, inclusive, and meaningful. So, we will be covering the next part in the next week. So, thank you for watching. If this video helped you, give it a big thumbs up, share it with anyone who might find it useful, and of course, don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content. If you have any thoughts or questions, drop them in the comments below. I would love to hear them from you. See you in part 4.